Hello, I'm Len Lee.
And I'm Gina Sandoval.
And welcome to LVTV 3 Special Edition Report, where we bring important stories to Verne.
Gas prices may be rising, but that shouldn't stop you from getting where you need to go. That is, unless you live in the Southland where freeway traffic is unpredictable. What you can count on if you ever get stuck on the road is being rescued for free. Len Lee has the story.
Time is money when you need to be somewhere. So getting stuck on the freeway can cause you to be late and even interrupt traffic flow. But getting help doesn't have to cost you anything. Medical aid for minor injuries. Water for an overheated car. Jump starting a dead battery. Flat tire changes and fixes. 1 gallon of gas for an empty tank. Vehicle towing to a safe and predefined location off the freeway. And these are all free services, right?
It's all completely free.
Free as in F-R-E-E free?
Exactly, no charge, free of charge.
The Public Roadside Assistance is part of a program called the Metro Freeway Service Patrol that is provided in partnership by the LA County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, California Highway Patrol, and California Department of Transportation.
FSP began in 1991 as a test project with the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority and the California Highway Patrol. The state took notice and they instituted a statewide pilot program.
Today, the service is provided by state highway funds and county sales tax revenue, and the Los Angeles County has the largest program in the state, covering 400 miles of all major freeways.
The drivers are not on call. They will continue roving until they happen upon a motorist.
151 trucks are on patrol daily during rush hour, and also provide reduced service during the middle of the day and on weekends. The program relies on 41 individual contracts with private towing companies that are each responsible for a segment or beat of the freeway. To see how effective the Metro Freeway Service Patrol is, LVTV3 visited the private contractor that patrols Beat 50.
We have 7 tow trucks right now contracted with the Freeway Service Patrol. At 6 o'clock in the morning, they're on the freeway providing service, patrolling the freeway. And then when they're done at 7 p.m., they come back here and they park them.
Enrique is one of the Metro Freeway Service Patrol operators and was nice enough to let me ride along during his PM shift. After all the trucks met at the staging area, we were on our way. Enrique's route covers Glendale Boulevard on the 2 freeway, all the way to Coldwater Canyon on the 101 West. He repeats the same route until the end of the shift. But what is it that keeps him going?
Every day there's something out here.
About half an hour later, Enrique encountered his first assist. However, we were quickly back on the road because the motorist had his own spare gallon of gas. The next driver was not so lucky. Although Enrique is authorized to tow a vehicle only to an FSP-approved location, motorists like Noema Mir appreciated the rescue.
I had to pull over. All of a sudden, just from heaven, I saw the Metro Freeway Service Patrol. Nobody likes to be stuck in the middle of the road, you know? So if you can get help as soon as possible, it's great. So it's a great service.
If the FSP operator has not detected a stalled vehicle, the stranded motorist may also dial pound 399 for help.
We shoot for 1 assist per hour per truck, which equates to 25,000 assists per month, 300,000 assists per year. Anything that, again, helps keep traffic moving.
Reporting for LVTV3, I'm Len Lee. With the economic struggles the country is currently facing, more and more people are losing their homes and have no place to go. Our next story brings to attention the homeless problem in the San Gabriel Valley and what one organization is doing to help. Gina Sandoval has the story.
The homeless count in the United States is a huge number. Although there's not an exact count, a recent survey done by the National Alliance to End Homelessness shows that the number is around 744,000, with nearly a quarter of that number right here in California.
A local group called the East San Gabriel Valley Coalition for the Homeless is doing all that they can to make sure that the homeless have a place to sleep at night and meals to eat by running a winter shelter that moves from church to church every 2 weeks.
If it wasn't here, so many of us would be out on the streets, sick, and nowhere to go.
The East San Gabriel Valley Coalition for the Homeless helps people of all ages and backgrounds. The shelter offers a little hope to anyone who wishes to stay there.
One year we had I believe she was a 92-year-old lady, grandmother, who was thrown out of her house. And from time to time you'd see a little baby, some practically newborn, and some teenagers. So it's so unfortunate that you see there's really no one type that we get. A lot of the people in the community think that the homeless are only the guys they see in the corner trying to panhandle, but that's not the reality of homelessness.
There's close to 10,000 of them out there in the East San Gabriel Valley every night, families included.
Guests of the shelter are offered showers, hygiene kits, and a hot, nutritious meal. And then they all lend a hand setting up over 200 cots where they will sleep, with a roof over their heads, out of the cold, and off of the streets. The shelter also has contacts with rehabilitation and counseling centers if any guests wish to seek help. This whole operation began over 15 years ago as an effort to give the homeless somewhere to stay.
And our priest was a member of the Ministerial Association, and he came in one day and said, "We're going to do this." And we said, "How are we going to do this?" And he said, "We'll learn." And that's what we've been doing ever since, So we've grown from 10 people a night to 230 a night.
The shelter is packed with people of all types. What some may not realize is that many of the guests of the shelter have jobs and work every day.
Since I've been here about 6 weeks, I get up, and I go to work, just like I did before. Only when I get off, instead of going home, I come here. For me, I'm a worker. I gotta go to work. To me, it's not shameful to not have a place to live, but it is shameful if you don't go to work.
People end up at the shelter for a variety of different reasons.
Primarily it's because of some bad decisions that they've done. A lot of it is alcohol, drug-related, they've lost, their whole lives because of that. And in those cases, they've got to hit the very bottom before they can turn it around.
Desiree is one of the clients of the shelter who's had a rough past. She's abused drugs, slept under a bridge, and in abandoned houses.
Life is what you make of it. God don't give me nothing I can't handle. God didn't put me here on the streets. I put myself here.
But a tiny miracle has made her ready to turn her life around.
Now that God's given me one more chance to be a mom, I gotta do it for my baby. The sheriffs know I like to get high, and they know I'm pregnant. So they're watching for me to mess up and take me to jail or take me to a home until I have the baby to take the baby. And I'm not gonna give the state that opportunity. And I'm not gonna mess up no more. It's time to grow up and get my life together.
And watching the ones that are chronically homeless finally get a job and make it, that's really rewarding.
The shelter receives some funds through the Los Angeles Service Authority, but that only covers about a third of the cost. The rest is covered by private donations and the churches that host the shelter, which moves from church to church every 2 weeks. Although the shelter only currently operates through the winter months, hopes are that it will eventually become a year-round operation. But this dream involves more donations and volunteer help from the community.
We would really love to be able to expand our program, and we would love to have it year-round. But our organization right now is very strapped for resources.
Any time given volunteering at the shelter is much needed and extremely appreciated. Some of the guests of the shelter have even taken it upon themselves to help out every day.
It feels good, and people go, "What, are you working here?" I said, "No, I'm one of you, but I got to give back what's given to me."
For more information or to donate or volunteer, you can contact the East San Gabriel Valley Coalition for the Homeless at 626-333-7204 or visit www.esgbchomeless.org. Anything you can do to contribute will keep a program running that directly helps those who need it.